Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Firestar Pro Wrestling Training Academy in Greensboro, North Carolina. My name is Coach Josh Gary, and I am proud to bring to you Firestar Pro Wrestling presents Retribution 2019, and this is our opening contest. The returning Patrick Scott taking on perennial Firestar Pro Wrestling former champion, fan favorite, sometimes not liked, OMG, James Ryan, going one-on-one here. Had a little bit of jaw jacking and some joking going on back here, but it is quickly turned around into some textbook technical wrestling here to start us off. A little bit of anything you can do, I can do better, and James Ryan put a stomp on that really quick, sending Patrick Scott right down to the mat, firmly in control of that left arm, manipulating the wrist, putting torque on the elbow, putting torque on the shoulder. Ooh, almost got a near fall. Well, only a 1 count, twice. I guess 2 1 counts count as 1 2 count. No, I'm not good at math, so I can't say. A little bit of Hindu squats there. Patrick Scott had everybody in here thinking he was going to do something cool, and he took the path of least resistance, the least amount of work. James Ryan catches him with a big arm drag, sends him flying, catches him with a second one, and Patrick Scott is definitely second-guessing his life choices right about now as he catches a big right hand from OMG, along with that big size 13 boot. Goes for the cover, 2, and only a 2 count. And we are still going here in our opening contest of Retribution. Oh, big right hand to the jaw of Patrick Scott. Goes for the OMG kick. Misses wildly. Patrick Scott sliding out of the way. Rebounds off. Big tilt-a-whirl. Lands on his feet. Oh, my goodness. Went for the eye poke. OMG block. Patrick Scott with that wild exhibition of athleticism. Drop kick. Only able to get a 1 count on James Ryan. For all the flair and all the insults that Patrick Scott has, he is one that will do whatever serves him best in that moment. Tried to go for the eye poke. James Ryan went to go Three Stooge block that. I loved it. But Patrick Scott still planning in with that drop kick. And now Patrick Scott fully in control here. James Ryan twisting around and had a handful of hair, I do believe. But, of course, obviously the referee's discretion, kind of letting it go. Maybe he didn't see it. Maybe he didn't think he had the hair. But from my vantage point, it definitely looked that way. A little bit of "you suck, Patrick" coming from the audience here in Greensboro. They really do not like Mr. Scott. And I do have to say, though, I am liking the black and gold rep by Patrick Scott. A return here to Firestar Pro Wrestling. Man has been well-traveled. Made appearances on NXT, among other places. Studied under Steve Carino and others, Jakob Hammermeyer, the Dawsons. Man has traveled the roads, perfecting his craft, and is on display here in Greensboro as he firmly plants the former Firestar Pro Wrestling champion, James Ryan. 1, 2. James Ryan still has the wherewithal to kick out. You start to see the frustration building on Patrick Scott's face, trying to think what he's got to do to put down this big 6'5", 6'6" man. Got that locked in place. Referee right there to make sure that it is not a choke. And this crowd here in Greensboro getting behind OMG. Some shots to the midsection, softening him up a little bit here. Patrick Scott going right back to the eyes, getting that advantage. Some would say unfair advantage, but Patrick Scott says, hey, if the shoe fits, let me wear it. James Ryan needs to do something to get back on track here. Patrick Scott has been in control for quite a few minutes. Oh, and just as I say that, OMG able to move out of the way. This could be James Ryan's opportunity. He's got the separation. He's gotten back to his feet. Oh, takes down Patrick Scott with a big clothesline. Lays him out with another one. Oh, Patrick Scott knew a third one was coming. He went low, kicking James Ryan in the abdomen, and Oh, fake out. Sends him to the outside. Athleticism from OMG. And I'm not sure if that was spit or a tooth. Regardless, Patrick Scott is on Dream Street right now. Just shows how quickly things can change in a pro wrestling match. Momentum is fickle, so strike while the iron is hot. Sends him up, spins him around, plants him in the center of the ring, rolls him over, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, no! Patrick Scott able to get the shoulder up. That is one of the closest near falls that I have ever seen in an opening contest. And that was, he got some big time rotation and air on Patrick Scott before sending him crashing down.
This always works, I promise.
Kick to the knee, staggers him. Oh, he's got him in a... Oh, wait a minute, upends him over. He's trying to spin him over, maybe possibly going for a submission here. James Ryan fighting it, fights him off. Get back into control here, OMG. Ducks under it, goes up, and OMG kick. Patrick Scott tried to block it, but I think that was all she wrote. And 3, and yes, James Ryan picks up the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, OMG James Ryan!
OMG is able to hit the OMG kick and picks up the pinfall victory against Patrick Scott here in our opening contest of Retribution. And we've still got quite a few amazing matchups here tonight. And that is a heck of a way to start an event here at Firestar Pro Wrestling.